Hello, everyone. We are in the studio, and I think me and Claude are gonna start doing these like little explanation videos on kind of the process. So we wanted to make a really cool, fun track that a lot of DJs could use, and we're taking an old song. I'm not gonna say who yet, but we've written an original bass line played by Claude here. And, you know, when we start the track, this track is going to be somewhat hypnotic. On the dance floor, you kind of get into that heady groove, and then things start to build and things get added to a song. I think we're going to use some space echo, some delays, just to kind of make it a little psychedelic, but it's going to be really funky. So we had an initial bass line, and Claude's going to play you that bass line right now. So I don't know if you could hear that bass line, but the plan is that bass line is going to be a little more resonant. When it hits, we have this other kind of key groove with it as well. But we're going to loop out a little section of it, and we've turned off some notes. So there's only a few notes in the loop that's going to lead up to this. And then we're going to put a rising pad in it. That's going to give, it's you want to have a lot of movement in a track. In the studio, we call that automation. There's a lot of ways to automate. Me personally, I tend to probably overly use automation because I like my stuff to just, be really complex. But so we've got this
We take just like the first bar, and then we mute. We experimented with muting various notes, and then we came back to this.
So that's the loop. Put the beat in. Turn the vocal off, so it's kind of more of what we'd start with.
Oh, I have this over here where there's no vocal.
Yeah.
This is already the.
There you go.
Thing.
That's the loop out. Sounds a little off.
Yeah. Is it? Okay.
I think it's just looped in wrong.
It is.
We made a little boo-boo right there. We're fixing that right now. But anyways, it's kind of the idea. But if we were to loop it, and we're going to run it through this Mooger Fooger, which is a delay, which gives it kind of like a metro area feel. And automating it will be turning the knob, changing the parameters as the track is moving along.
Human animation.
What is it called? What are we talking about?
You're talking about automated human automation. We're actually in real-time automation.
Yeah, we're doing real-time automation, not automation in the actual computer. And, something that I was talking to a good friend of mine the other day from Houston, his name is Paul Dine. We were talking about, how to create like just really interesting, stuff. So you have like an X plane and a Y plane of a track, and you're placing instruments in certain places. But when I work, I tend to put things way in the background that are so faint that you can't barely hear it, and start layering forward. So you have a Z plane that goes all the way through. This is basic geometry. So you have an X plane and a Y plane, and the layering happens. And the more you listen to the music, you start to notice these things that you wouldn't typically notice in the beginning. So the lead up, hypnotic, dubbed out, and then it just builds. And then when it hits, it's going to go into a full song that we wrote. This is not a sampled disco track, although we do have a very special singer that we pulled out of a disco track. And what we did was we destemmed it. We destemmed it, got rid of all their instruments, and we're now replaying all the parts. And that is the song you are going to hear on this release. All right, that's in the studio with Ken and Claude. Part 1, this is the first time we're doing this. All right, see ya.